friends, it's Em. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the book buying ban done day. We get to go book shopping. Now, I have decided, because one of my dear friends decided she's able to come with me, but only if we go to the smaller Powell's. So we're gonna go to the smaller Powell's, not the big like 3-story, 100 billion room color-coded Powell's. That will be saved for another day. We will do it because that's a whole day event. But I'm honestly very glad that we went to the smaller Powell's because, first of all, we were on a little bit of a time crunch. She has to go back to Santa Barbara tomorrow, so she needs to like pack and get ready. But also, it just made it easier to find all the books that I did want to buy. So maybe when I'm in a browsing mood to buy books I haven't heard of yet or want to just, you know, buy because of the cover, that's when I will go to the big Powell's. But today I wanted to buy the books that I have been waiting to get, and I'm so excited. So that's what we're doing today. Let's get into the video. We're here at Powell's and we're going book shopping. We've already got a book in the cart. There's a cart. They have a cart. And look at that. They sell dice now. You can get mystery dice. I saw this at PAX. Oh my goodness. There are so many books, and we haven't even finished our first aisle. This is gonna be a long shopping day. Okay, so I just got back from Powell's. I dropped Katie off. She got some books too, very exciting. I spent $140 at Powell's on books, and I'm so excited to do a haul. There were some books as well that I was like, oh, I wish I could have gotten, but they were $20, and I am spoiled with Powell's and going to the library and being able to buy books there, where all the books are like 30 to 60% off, and so I don't like buying books full price, so I can't really validate buying a book for $20, especially if I don't know if I'm gonna like it. Ugh. We're back, and we have so many books, you guys. Starting with the sardine bag. Excuse me. I had brunch at La Provence and it was delicious, but now it's all like air's coming out. So to start, we got Alice. This is a horror retelling of Alice in Wonderland, and this has been on my TBR forever. This particular book was in the overstock. They had some copies for full price, and if you know me, I tried not to buy books full price. So I got a ladder, went to the overstock, and paid $12.95 for it. I saved like $6, you guys. So this is Alice. I'm very pumped about this one. Then I got A Great and Terrible Beauty. While I was at brunch today, I was talking to one of my friends, and we found out we have a lot of books that we like in common, and she had asked if I've read this, and I hadn't even heard of it. And she didn't quite know how to describe it, so when I found it at Powell's, I decided to read the back. I'm very intrigued. So we're gonna start a new little series, I believe. I only got the first one, just in case. But yeah, A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. After that, I got Coraline by Neil Gaiman. I have been dying to read this because I hear it is much more horrific than the movie. And Coraline from Studio Leica, that is one of my favorite films. I love Leica Productions and I love Coraline, so I am very excited about this book. This was the first book that I found and picked up. Katie and I were talking about this because we were talking about our mutual love for Emily Henry and that she was currently reading Book Lovers, and so I saw it on the sale rack and quickly grabbed it for 11 bucks. Super excited about this one. Yeah, I'm just kind of in an Emily Henry kick right now, so we'll see about that. Okay, on to the pickle bag, and yes, it has like pickles on it. I am obsessed with this particular bag series from Trader Joe's. I have all three, the waffle, the sardines, and the pickles. because they're my favorite. I just love the art style. First of all, we got One Dark Window by Rachel Gillig. I hope is how you pronounce her name. I have been wanting to read this since it kind of got famous on Book Talk, and not just because it's famous on Book Talk, but it is how I figured out about it. I really hope it's as good as everybody says, and I hope I like it from what I've read in the back. Then we got Phantasma by Kaylee Smith. This I did just buy because of Book Talk. No shame to say it. I didn't know too much about it. However, when I read the back, I was like, yeah, I would totally read that book. So that's why I got this one. Also, the cover is just super pretty. I feel like I've just exchanged "I'm so excited" for "I'm pumped" because I've been trying not to say "I'm so excited" because that is my go-to phrase. We're working on it. We're working on it. Then I grabbed The Atlas 6 by Olivia Blake, and this one I am very excited to read. Magic, competition, yeah, recruiting. This is totally my vibe. Then I grabbed The Cemetery Boys by Aiden Thomas. I'm not gonna lie, I did buy this book because of the cover. Well, actually I put it on my TBR because of the cover, because I think that is just so pretty, and it's been on my TBR for a while. I believe Fairy Loot was put this out a while ago, I think. And that's how I figured out about it, was I was watching a Fairy Loot haul, and this was one of them. I think that's how I came about this. This has been on my TBR for a while, you guys. So I'm very excited about this book. I have no other phrases. We'll come up with things later on. But, woohoo! If you've watched my other videos, you know that I've already read this. However, this is the only book from the Inheritance Games trilogy that I am missing, and I was determined to collect them in hardback because the first book that I had was in hardback. It was really hard. I did have to get the second book on Amazon because they just did not have it at Target, at Powell's, at Barnes. They were all paperback, but they did have the third one in hardback. Also, we were talking about this at brunch today, and 2 people said that they did not enjoy the series because of the love triangle. And you know what? Honestly, I get it. I get it. Both of those people never got through the first book, so they don't quite understand that the love triangle is tedious through the entire series. And that was my biggest qualm with this entire series, was that Avery's relationship with Jameson and Grayson is pretty much the same. There's a love triangle between the 3 of them the entire series, and she can't even choose. And everyone is either team this or team that. I'm team please stop. Grayson's not interested. It's clearly not gonna happen. And yet she pines over him. Jameson is ready to give his love, and anyways, if you haven't read this, spoiler alert, I guess, but it's also not really a spoiler because, I don't know, it's on the back. The love triangle's still here. And we've come to the last book. I got The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue by V.E. Schwab. And honestly, this has been on my TBR forever, and I hesitated buying it after a while because one of my reading friends said, like, I think she said it was like a 3, maybe 3.5 for her out of 5. Like, just an okay book. Would read it, probably wouldn't read again. If I'm remembering incorrectly, I do apologize, Kat, but that's what I took from that conversation. And so I was hesitant to read it. I was like, oh, maybe there are other V.E. Schwab books that I should be reading first. But you know what? I want to read this book and see for myself. We got The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue, and I am excited to read this. We're about to do my favorite thing, which is add everything to my Goodreads and put my little stamp in them. Here's my stamp. Here's my little embosser. The lighting is really weird in this room. Okay, all right, resetting. We're on the floor. And here, so you can see kind of what I'm stamping as I'm stamping it. Oh my goodness. It's quite the stack. Okay, I have my little embosser. My favorite thing to do. This is one of my most favorite gifts that I've ever received. There it is. There it is. 1 book down, 9 to go. In your arms, I'm letting go. Night unfolds in shades so deep. Cradles dreams that never content and trigger warnings. Okay. I'm not new to reading, but I have heard of such a thing where there are content and trigger warnings in books. And I've seen the joke going online where like people are like, "Ooh, there's a content and trigger warning. That's my kind of book." I've never actually seen one before. This is my first time seeing a content and triggers warning in a book. What? Oh my gosh.
Where the ocean meets the sky, I drift with you and time.
All right, so all the books have been stamped, and now we're gonna add them to our Goodreads, and I'm just gonna do that on my phone because it's easiest that way. I can just scan and add it. And all of these are currently on my TBR. I'm not adding books to my TBR except for A Great and Terrible Beauty. That is actually being added to my TBR. But the rest of these have already been added. I just need to add them to my owned list so that I remember what books I already own, because once I breached the 200 range, sometimes I forget, and I have purchased copies before, and it's embarrassing. There's nothing quite like coming home feeling so excited about a book and realizing you already had it. That has happened twice to me, and that is twice too many times. So, also, this is not quite related, but sort of. I am thinking about going through my bookshelf, and for the series that don't match, I'm going to take those books off, see if I can sell them at Powell's, and get copies that do match the rest of my series. For example, The Hunger Games, I bought The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes in hardcover, but the rest of my series is in paperback. And now that you can get The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes in paperback, of course I want my series to be cohesive. And that also means that when the new book about Haymitch, which the title is escaping me, when that book releases, I will check it out from the library and then wait for it to be released in paperback. And then I will buy it so that everything matches. Same thing goes for A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. The first book that I have is hardback, and the last two are paperback because I forgot. I really thought that I had purchased A Good Girl's Guide to Murder in paperback when I first got the series. No, I got it in hardback, which is crazy. I actually personally prefer paperback books to hardback books. First of all, dust covers annoy me, and second, I don't know, there's just something about being able to kind of let it be malleable that makes me more excited to read the book than a hardback. I didn't want to do the Inheritance Games in paperback though, because I don't know, I already had the hardback. That would have been a lot of work to like think about. But that is something that maybe I'll do when I go to the big Powell's, or just in my next book haul video, whenever that is. I will try and almost trade in the hardbacks for the paperbacks of the series that don't match. This has been a rant. Wow, you guys, I'm gonna stop here. We're gonna put these on Goodreads and get on with the video. Really quickly, before we end this book haul video, I'm so excited that I get to say that. This is incredible. I wanted to quickly talk about what I am currently reading. So I am still currently reading The Screaming Staircase by Jonathan Stroud. Is that how you pronounce his name? Where is it? Yeah, Jonathan Stroud. I am on the fence as to whether or not I want to watch the show immediately after I finish this first book, or if I should finish the series first and then watch the show. So for all of my Lockwood & Co. fans out there, please give me some insight. Tell me what I should do. I have heard both sides. My two dear friends both read and love the series. One of them is still finishing the last book, and I have heard that I can watch the series after the first book, and I have heard, no, you should finish the series first and then watch the show. So please vote. Tell me in the comments what you think I should do. Help me choose, because I know I'm gonna finish this book very fast. I am obsessed with this book, and I'm only 117 pages in. So tell me what you think I should do. And then I am also listening to Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo, oh my goodness. The name like left my brain. Enjoying it. I don't know if I'm in the mood for this, to be perfectly honest. I loved Six of Crows, but it definitely was a mood read for me, and I think I'm just so into Lockwood and Co. at the moment that I might just eat that book up and that series up before I do anything else. We have, not including the book haul because I haven't counted these, 10. So if I have 72 books on my shelf that I haven't read, that means I now have 82 books on my physical, nope, 81 because I read one of these. I have 81 books on my physical TBR. That, I think, pretty much wraps up this video. Thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please show it some love by giving it a thumbs up or hitting that subscribe button down below. And as always, remember to take care of yourselves and be kind to one another. And I'll see you in our bookshelf reorganization video next week. Bye. Where'd my thing go? Turn off.